butterflies are way more super important than we realize. We think of the honeybee and bees as pollinating everything. The monarch butterfly in particular, because it flies to the US when it's migrating, and then it flies down to Mexico, it's spreading pollen all over North America and part of South America.
Over the summer, there are several generations of monarch, each one living 2 to 3 weeks. However, the final generation born in Canada before the temperature plummets are called the super generation.
The generation in September and October that flies in one generation to Mexico, they live 5 to 6 months. It takes them almost 2 months to fly down to Mexico, to the Sierra Madre Mountains.
Margaret Larson's monarch mission all began when a friend gave her 2 caterpillars 20 years ago. Last year, she worked with more than 300 monarch caterpillars.
The female monarch lays between 300 and 1,000 eggs in 2 weeks. So that's a huge jump in the population just from one monarch. Only 3% of those eggs will survive, those eggs and or caterpillar, in the wild. My success rate is about 80 to 85%. So human help really makes a huge difference in jumping up the population.
Over the last 20 years, she's created a small butterfly battalion of community members, helping her to raise the endangered species population.
Lorenzo Guggenheimer at the Symphony Orchestra in Oakville, he wanted his young daughter to experience it. So he's my most famous person who has become a monarch butterfly aficionado.
Milkweed is crucial for monarchs. Margaret creates seed bombs and has planted entire swaths of it, including at the Colborne Senior Center.
Plant milkweed, yes, lots of people think it's aggressive. I like to say it's a little bit more assertive than aggressive. They lay their egg on it, and the caterpillar eats it, and that's how it grows to be a butterfly.
All of Margaret's hard work has been recognized, including receiving the Ontario Senior Achievement Award in 2017 and just recently a Senior Volunteer Award.
The best award that I've ever received is the support of the people who are now themselves helping out the monarch butterfly in so many different ways, growing plants that the monarch butterfly can nectar at or pollinate at, even growing milkweed in your own backyard, which would have been pulled out even 5-10 years ago, and that really helps. And that's the biggest award.
For Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.